The Americans are tearing Bad Bunny apart for his halftime show to the point that they're sharing memes like this one, Chacaro.
Subscribe. Chacaro.
We started off strong, didn't we? Anyway, let's hear what Donald Trump said. Pay attention. The Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst in history. It makes no sense. It's an affront to the greatness of the United States and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Well, I totally agree. To be honest, nobody understands a single word this guy says. Relax, Trump. Even those of us who speak Spanish can't understand him. And the dance is disgusting, especially for young children who watch it from all over the United States and the world. This show is a slap in the face to our country. That sets new standards and records every day, including the best stock market and the best retirement plans in history. Well, here making the political statement, right? There's nothing inspiring about this halftime show disaster. It will get great reviews from the media. Fake, because they have no idea what's happening in the real world. And by the way, the National Football League should immediately replace their ridiculous new kickoff rule. Let's make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. But, well, it turns out that many people in the United States think exactly the same, like, for example, this man. Let's listen to him. He speaks in English, but in this case, I translated the video with artificial intelligence. Please pay attention.
Why watch or care about the halftime show if I don't understand them? It's like people say you're racist for not wanting to watch or support Bad Bunny, and I say I think that's the problem. I think there's an agenda behind why he's performing and you're part of it. I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm not going to listen to him. I don't care. He doesn't speak my language. Why are you trying to make me feel uncomfortable in an English-speaking territory or in an English-speaking territory? I'm sorry, I don't understand what he's saying, so I don't really care. I don't know why he's presenting if he can't speak English. That's just how I feel about it. It's just the National Football League. This isn't the Soccer World Cup or anything like that. I would understand that. But it's the National Football League. It's the National Football League.
It's even a tournament for Americans, and putting someone like Bad Bunny in the halftime show doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have any logic. It would make much more sense to have him at an event like the World Cup. However, honestly, Bad Bunny's music is crap music. I mean, it's just weird sounds. That's just the simple truth. And a lot of people say no, that he represents Latinos. Seriously? Does that really represent Latinos? I mean, the guy talks about sex and that kind of stuff, so according to you, that's what represents Latinos? Man, we're screwed.
In soccer, bro, when they have like Noticias de America or something like that, these people translate the post-game interview into English. So I need that in the Super Bowl halftime show. It's the Super Bowl. If you can't translate the song into English, I need you to find someone else since I don't understand you. And no, I'm not racist, just because I don't know what you're saying, or just because I don't care what you have to say, because I don't know what you're saying.
Relax, bro. We don't know what Bad Bunny says either. In fact, check out this meme. Here, Americans are upset because Bad Bunny will sing in Spanish at the Super Bowl, and they won't understand him. If only they knew that we don't understand him either. What a mess, huh? Simply spectacular. In fact, a lot of people are saying that if they had put Nicolas Maduro in his orange suit to dance, he would have done a much better job. And honestly, that's true. Wasn't that something incredible, right? But anyway, now Nicolas Maduro must be dancing for Diddy. Let's read some comments from Latinos. Bad Bunny's performance wasn't just the least American, culturally speaking, at the Super Bowl, but he also sings terribly. That's true. The worst Super Bowl I've seen, I tried to listen to it. But the guy just yells, yawns, and on top of that, he has to lip sync just to yawn and yell. I can't find a trace of talent. This is impressive, people are saying. Here they say, wow, this auditory diarrhea doesn't represent me. It represents the degradation of a culture that decided to reduce everything to cheap sex, noise, and vulgarity. Of course, parties, alcohol, blah blah blah, pure nonsense. It's spiritual poverty. With a repeated rhythm, that's what reggaeton celebrates and normalizes, they claim here. They asked some Mexicans at the Super Bowl what they expected from Bad Bunny's show. Let's see their responses.
What are your expectations for the Super Bowl and Bad Bunny's halftime show?
We hope that he puts on a good show to represent all Latinos.
It's always the same, not representing all Latinos.
Do you like Bad Bunny?
Yes, obviously.
Which song are you most excited for?
Well, honestly, all of them.
They didn't know, which is why they answered that way. Just watch how they looked at each other when asked which song they're waiting for.
Which song are you looking forward to the most?
They have no idea.
Well, all of them, honestly.
All of them.
There's not a specific one, but I like all of them.
You don't know any Bad Bunny songs, do you realize that? Here, some guy puts on ICE, what do you want me to say? It's true, and well, people are commenting here. Progressives, what a pride for Latin culture that Bad Bunny represents us at the Super Bowl. Literally. Bad Bunny's performance, AA 57 times I to the rhythm of I. Bad Bunny completed his 16-minute performance at the halftime show 57. He said, hey, it can't be possible, but anyway, here they tell us Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show will be completely in Spanish. Is it really that amazing? Isn't it that almost 90% of the country doesn't understand a single word? What's next? The Somali national anthem before the NBA finals. So you can see that there are a lot of people who are really upset, and look, I understand. In fact, if you did this in a Latin American country, people would almost certainly be offended, especially if it's a national event, just that simple and straightforward. In this case, it's Bad Bunny who should have adapted to the United States, not the Americans to Bad Bunny. It's a reality actually. Look, commonly, when artists go to Latin American countries, they usually sing typical songs from that country. An example, not long ago, a K-pop band called Les Serafin went to Mexico and sang Amor Prohibido by Selena Quintanilla. Look.
Forbidden love, they whisper through the streets.
Imagine, okay, those girls, obviously, when they gave their concert, well, of course they sang in English, Korean and all that because it's their language and because the concert was to see them. They are extremely famous. No. In Korea, you can't imagine how incredibly famous they are. But look, the point here is that these girls adapted, they went to Mexico, and as a tribute to Mexico, they sang a song that is very popular in the country, in the region. And that's what I mean. The artist should adapt to the environment, not the environment to the artist. So it's totally normal and understandable that Americans are upset because the vast majority of them didn't understand a single word. And besides, this was a halftime show in the United States for Americans. But anyway, you already saw how it all ended. So gentlemen, I would really like to know what you think, what your opinion is about all this, and I'll see you next time.